Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we're back with Blave the Hunter in Dark Souls. And if you've been watching this series, then you know that it has been several months since my last video in this series, and it has been over a year since I began this series, and this is without a doubt my Everest of games here. In fact, if you have noted, the first Dark Souls video in this series was actually the first video on my channel, and a lot of things have happened since then. Actually, you know, if you were to have watched that video, you know, I had a cheap headset mic, and I've since gotten a different mic, so the videos sound different. You know, I didn't talk as much in those, which probably a lot of people would say that's a good thing, because I ramble on about all sorts of nonsense now. But you know, it really has been a long and arduous journey, and I flee. I find myself fleeing and then coming back to Dark Souls periodically because Dark Souls is freaking hard. And in fact, if you missed the last video, it was my encounter with Knight Artorias. And in that video, Knight Artorias killed me. It must have been over a dozen times. And in this series, actually, I have been keeping track of all of my deaths. You know, for better or worse. Because after my first couple of videos, I actually started putting a counter on all of my deaths. So whenever I die, you know, partially to help myself keep track, and partially just to let anyone who's tuning in know, you know, since I had not really any experience with this game. You know, how many times does someone who is completely, you know, for the most part new to Dark Souls, I had played and experienced, I would say, a decent chunk of the Undead Burg before I started this playthrough. Let's see if I can get a... Oh, no, this is not going to work. Whoa! Managed to narrowly evade that gentleman there. I had managed, I had played a good chunk of the Undead Burg, but for the most part, this is a blind playthrough. I had experienced very little of this game, going into it. And I didn't put blind playthrough in the description, simply because, yeah, I mean, I had played a little bit of it. Holy crap, there is a new entity there. Does appear to be some kind of a magic caster. Oh, I am not able to evade the attacks. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to come up here, so I can maybe only have the one to deal with. Let's go ahead and chug the Estus here. Wow! Oh, he didn't like that. He did not like that. But we did take some considerable attrition there. Whoa! This guy was laying an ambush. Anyway, you know, for a long time leading up to this one, so this will be my third go at the game, and you know, I'm not You know, I'm not going to gonna say whether or not this, whether or not I'm just gonna be putting out a couple of videos here, or not. You know, I just kind of felt compelled to. This guy is just he's just gonna sit there and take it, and I'm just gonna light him up if that's what. If he's gonna sit there and take it, then I'm just gonna sit there and dish it out. You know, I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue to release release a constant stream of Dark Souls until I've completed it. Simply because of my relationship with the game. I mean, for one, I've never really gotten very many views on this series, and that's obviously not why I've been playing it, putting it up. But it's a great game, and it's just kind of a personal. It's been kind of a personal quest of mine. You know. Kind of like a project that I really want to complete. Not sure if I'm going to. Now we do have to make sure that this chest up here is not a mimic, because it looks mimicky. How it's just kind of sitting here in the middle of nowhere. Now I can't remember the sign since it's been so long since. Yeah, it's breathing. So let's just go ahead and leave it alone. I'm not really in the mood to fight the chest, so. Man, it's gonna be really easy to get lost here. Whoa! There we go. Let's see if this guy will just sit there and take it like his comrade did a little while ago. Whoa! Whoops! That was a close call, ladies and gents. Now we do have across the way there a one of those casters, and I really don't want to have to walk across he seems to be, oh shoot, oh crap, that is actually a pretty bad situation that we've cooked up for ourselves.
Considering he is fully prepared to engage us at a range. And, eat this, buddy. Haha. Now, this is, sort of my classic maneuvers here, in that I am totally willing to, engage at range, anyone who I can advantageously do that, to. But he is maneuvering himself into a situation wherein this is not particularly advantageous. So, oh come on, that's gonna hurt. His hurt a lot more than mine. He's better at the game. Oh shoot, man, I cannot hit him for the life of me. I mean, I really don't want to have to run across this thing with him shooting at me the whole while.
So next time I encounter this situation, I'm definitely gonna, I guess try to run across it and do my best to avoid that. Also, next time I visit the, oh man. I'm assuming he blows up or something. As he's red, let's get away from him. I'm not successfully getting away. I don't know why his eyes were red. Now, this looks kind of like the stuff that was on the ground around the area that we fought Artorias, so I'm really not liking this situation. I am not liking one bit of what's happening here. Found some more rubbish. Now if you recall, man, he landed a good hit on me right there. A palpable hit. I don't like the fact that these guys are just dropping out of the rafters on me. We may end up homeward, using the old homeward bone here. Let's see if we can draw. I'm seeing several of them down there, and I would prefer to draw them up and engage them kind of on my own terms here. Where is he? I am missing. Whoops. Now I'm sure, if you've been watching, you know that I was never very proficient with these controls. But, let's see if we can get another one to come play. Well, yeah, that's gonna do a whole lot for us. Alright, buddy. Whoa! Flailing around like crazy. We've got one Estus flask. I think I'm gonna, whoa! I wonder if I can get a plunging attack off on the mage down there. That's what I'm gonna go for. Is it wise? I don't know. Oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Now, I don't know if there's any more down here, so let's get our bearings here. Whoa, okay, we've got a bunch. We have got a bunch. Let's see if we can draw one at a time. I don't want to fight multiples. He's going serpentine on us. Man, that one is a very heavy attack. Just lighten up that wall. Okay. Some hunter Blave is here. Now, I wonder if you can parry that. I might try next time I come down in this area and I have maybe some more Estus flasks. Now we do have what appears to be, I'm not sure if that's a mage up there or not. It doesn't look like you can get the backstab off, because that's the second time I've tried to get around behind these guys, and it has just not worked out for me. Man, these guys are really creepy in the sound department. They are, the mages are deadly. Oh, shoot. So we're gonna have to be very cautious here. When he fires that up, we have to move. Now we've got this pillar here protecting us, so I think we're okay. Okay, let's get our weapon out here and proceed with reasonable amount of caution. Dark fog. Let's check out that item. See what it is. It looks like it might be a spell of some sort. It does appear to be magic. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Oolacile sorcerer on the brink of madness. Create a cloud of dark fog. Although dark fog is, in theory, relatively close to humanity, it also happens to be a terrible poison for humans. Perhaps it reflects man's cruelty against his own. Okay, let's proceed with extreme caution through here. I don't want to attract a tremendous volume of them. Man, look at this place. This is incredible. Now, one of the things that does kind of concern me about what needs to be done in this game in general. So we do have what looks like an elevator here. Not really sure where that leads. I have got to find Gravelord Nito and the Witch of Izalith. Now, as I understand it, based on comments that were left, look at that guy back there. I mean, from here it looks like he's got some kind of like giant flask sticking out of his back or something. First things first, let's see if we can draw this guy down in front. And we've got two of those mages that we're gonna have to see if we can deal with. So far, I have no real effective way of engaging them at range unless I've got legitimate cover, which there does not appear to be here. Because the projectiles that they fire, whoa, see here, if I try to engage them from here, I run an extraordinary risk of committing suicide, which I am not particularly keen on. I've done it plenty of times in this game, but I'm not particularly keen on it. I can try to get down to one of these, but well, look at what we've got going on down here. That appears to be another caster, I believe. I don't even think... Nope, that's not a caster. Oh man, I made two of these guys mad. Let's just be aggressive on them. Ooh, a large Titanite shard. Okay, so... I mean, I don't really have a very good way of knowing if there are more of them among those columns down there, but I think that the way that those guys' tactics are going to work is I can probably get behind these columns here and potentially engage those guys successfully from behind these columns. So, this is what we're going to try to do. Whoa! Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that either. He's dead. Oh, other one is shooting. Whoa! I'm getting greedy here. Oh, I hope I don't send an arrow past him and hit that other guy and make that other guy who looked very serious and scary. I hope I don't make him mad, because I'm not in the mood. Now, let me make sure. Do I have a homeward bone here? Let me put a homeward bone in my equipment here, because if I have to evacuate in hasty fashion, I want to be able to. So I don't really want to die down here and lose 20,000 souls. Mostly because I don't even know if I could figure out how to get back down here. Because this place is like a really windy, Soul of a Brave Warrior, a really windy, road, so to speak. It's not really a road. That is a very non-appropriate way of describing it. But yeah, I mean, I got almost 30,000 souls into humanity. I really don't want to lose that and stuff. Let's go up and take a quick peek. Look at that guy. Yeah, I mean, look at him. Okay, well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't have even bothered trying to kill these guys. That was not, necessary, considering I'm just gonna run away from that guy. I guess we can check this elevator out. Whoa! No, no, oh my... I thought that was like a room, and I was gonna explore the entire room, and well, now I have completely borked this whole situation. Okay, so we died there. Let's see. Just kind of jotting down that I died. Need to remember for, okay, so, shoot, I had a humanity. I really should have used that one to kindle this flame and then burned up another humanity to get 10 Estus flasks, because I really need those Estus flasks going down into this area. So let's check out our stash of humanity here. We've got 15. So I would have to use 2 in order to kindle this situation. I think we looked at this in the last one. I believe we did. Soul of Lord Gwyn's knight Artorias, who was consumed by the abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the abyss only told half the story. It seems that he was defeated and his honor preserved by some unsung hero who is the true victor over the abyss. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna use, I guess I'm gonna use 2 humanity, and, jeez, that sucks. So we can kindle this fire. But one of the things that I was mentioning was the fact that we have, the Witch of Izalith and Gravelord Nito, whom I have not encountered yet, and who are those are the 2 souls, at least as I understand it, that I require in order to oh, I need to reverse hollowing first. So in order to complete the game. Right, and I mean, I'm not entirely certain that that is the end, but I mean, that's the next really big milestone event that I am familiar with. Oh, dadgummit, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, Kindle, yes. And as far as I know, there aren't any other places that I haven't been in the world. And oh geez, we need to draw these guys. This is not gonna work. Oh man, that sucked. There aren't any places that I haven't been in the main, or in the world. Now, maybe, you know, Oolacile, unlocks some oh, come on. That was rubbish. But maybe, Oolacile unlocks some other place. But I would find that a little strange. Only because I didn't take this elevator, and I'm gonna try to avoid taking it because I would like to get back to my stuff. So I'm gonna try to remember what I had done. I'm gonna try to remember what I had done to get back to and get back to my stuff. So let's be super aggressive on this wizard here. Oh, come on. Okay. A green Titanite shard. But I'm a little concerned. Sorry, I keep interrupting my own monologue with my incompetence here. I'm a little concerned that I don't. Oh shoot. Oh, great. Oh, well. That's kind of comical. I was trying to get to the other side there so we would have an open place to fight. I really didn't want to fight him on the on that little on that bridge. Dadgummit. So let's see. I died again. Need to make a little note of that so I don't miss any of them when I'm editing this footage.
But I don't know where else to go in the main story or in the main areas. Do we have any fire bombs, or have I used all of my fire bombs? It looks as if I've used every one of my no, I've got regular fire bombs. I wonder if they're effective at all against these guys. We should give that a test. We should give that the old whirl. Oh, I believe I just made all 4 of them mad. And I completely missed. Oddly enough, I didn't wind up that much worse off here than 2 large Titanite shards than I was before. I mean, I still got wounded in that fight. But I'm pretty sure I exhausted just about everywhere you could go. And if this is the DLC, right? If this is the DLC, then this is supposed to be extra content. That is content that was not, already there. So I mean, unless the Gravelord Nito or the Witch of Izalith or both were man, these guys are dropping large Titanite like crazy. If those dudes were man, I cannot avoid that crap. If those guys were, part of the DLC, then, maybe then I'm on the right track, but, this is just extra content, I mean, then that's cool and everything, but then, I go back to, and it does suck that I've lost my, humanity, and my, just get these few extra souls here. But I can go back and check this elevator out, I guess. But it does leave me with a really big concern that when I'm done with Oolacile, if I ever do get to that point, that, what the heck do I do after that? I mean, I went down through the graveyard and I took out, oh shoot, who was that guy? Oh, this is not something that is active. This is not something that is active. Man, the downside of getting invaded is that invariably I die. Invariably I die. But I really did need those 10 Estus flasks. That is for darn sure. There's no doubt about that in my mind. We needed those. Okay, we have got to head back down. I think we're on the right path here. That is the path. Oh shoot, that was not really what I wanted to do. Now, I do want to draw this guy. We're gonna have to drink here because now basically what I'm gonna try to do is just sprint across the bridge here. That did not work. I mean, I've got no tactic for these guys. I mean, what I did to him before, was try to engage him from a range. It was largely... It was more effective than that, I guess. It took forever. I know there were several others in here. And then I think there were some that dropped from the rafters, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. This place is crazy. This place is absolute insanity. I am not a fan. Not a fan. And I've got to draw these guys up here. If we don't want to... Whoops. If we don't want to fight them at the same time and fight that mage down there. Because those mages are serious business. I mean, I've struggled with dodging in this game the whole time, but I mean, I definitely don't have the recipe for dodging them yet. That is for darn sure. I'm just firing some arrows down here, hoping that he runs into them. It's a brilliant strategy, I know. Eat this! And this! Bloated head, what the heck? What is that falling into the category of? Wait, something oh, I thought I saw something moving up here. Hey, we got a humanity from something. Where in the heck does bloated head come into? It's not a helmet, is it? Might be a helmet. Bloated head, it is a helmet. It doesn't weigh a ton. What are we currently wearing? We're wearing, let's go compare it to... Actually, let's read the description of it first. Which I'm sure is going to be very pleasant. The head of an Oolacile resident whose humanity went wild after being devoured by the Dark of Manus, father of the abyss. The bloated head is fissured, the cracks lined with innumerable tiny red eyeballs, with a hard outside of mucus-filled inside. Oh, with a hard outside and mucus-filled inside. No sane person could ever wear it. So we definitely have to wear it. Okay, so let's see. The gold-hemmed black hood weighs 1.4, so that thing weighs not quite twice as much, but it weighs a good bit more. It does certainly have more resistances. But it would definitely bring our weight up substantially for our helmet. Our helmet item, so probably not the ideal thing to wear there. We're gonna go for another drop down on the mage here because I freaking hate these guys. If I can. This is difficult. Nope. This is terrible. That little ledge there that you can't really jump over is a bad news situation. I do have considerably more healing here than I did before, but it is not, Oh, he's just sitting there taking it. Oh, he's decided to act. Eat it. After a steady diet of arrows, he built up the energy to come after me. Come at me, bro. Alright. Jeez. These guys can lay a hurtin'. Now, granted, I'm definitely not a not a tank-like character. Oh yeah, ride the lightning, fool! It sounds like someone is walking right next to me, and I really don't like it. But I don't see them. I do not see them. Maybe they're above me? Whoa! That guy's mad. That guy is super freaking pissed. Eat this! He needs one more arrow. Now, I've been using substantial quantity of arrows here. He dropped something. Could potentially be a green titanite shard, I don't know. Now, this is where we came out, right? And then this would be the elevator room wherein I committed suicide just a little while ago. So, that was really dumb.
We're gonna run up here and take a peek. Cool. Whereabouts? Now, oh wait, no, this is... Oh! Hang on a second. So this is like all the way back to the beginning. Now, what's curious, I wonder if that has now turned that elevator on such that that is a shortcut now all the way down there, which would be phenomenal, which would mean, you know, I can get this, get all of my Estus flasks back, and I'm gonna go ahead and kindle this because I don't see myself not losing this humanity and get myself up to 15 Estus. Oh, I can't kindle it because I'd have to reverse hollowing. So at the cost of one more humanity, I could get myself up to 15 Estus flasks. So it's basically, the question is this. The question becomes this, rather. Do I spend one humanity, which would probably get robbed from me in the form of, you know, another invasion? Probably that same guy who invaded me a little while ago. Come decide to kill me again. While he didn't technically kill me, I'm sure he would have killed me. Now, what kind of sucks here is... I have been trying to determine whether these fire bombs are effective on these guys. They are not particularly effective on them. I mean, they're not ineffective by any stretch of the imagination, but they're not something that I should be tactically relying on. That second one didn't show any damage. I'm sure it did damage. Yeah, you can really stun those guys if you hit them in the head. Okay, so we have this elevator here, which I can presumably ride back down. Now the hope is that after this, I would be able to summon it back up. That's the hope.
Okay. Now, we have used a considerable portion of our resources here in terms of arrows and what have you. Eat that, and that, and that. It's not gonna stop me from just using more of them. Okay, so let's see if we can get this guy. I want to draw him and his buddy up again. I may be terrible with a bow, but that does not stop me from using the heck out of it. Ow. That dude's toast. 2 large Titanite shards. Man, these guys are really, really dropping that stuff. Okay, so now we should be clear down here, and we should be able to take these guys out, much like we did last... Whoa. Same strategy. Eat this. Oh, we gotta move. That was not good. That was really, really terrible, actually. We gotta move again. This guy's destroying our world. That is just a bad... That's just bad playing there. It was, not the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for an example of what to do, trying to avoid some perils and pitfalls, what not to do.
Okay, so we've got big friggin' dude in here. I am a little bit worried. I can't really look up here. I'm wondering if there's like a portcullis, if this is gonna get shut, if this is gonna shut me in here. We are about to have at least I think this is gonna be like a pseudo boss battle type situation. Let's look and take a peek at what we've got in terms of things that we can use here. Dung pie. We can try to turn him toxic, but I only have, what, 1 of those? I don't think that's going to be enough. Lightning. Charcoal pine resin. I used a lot of those. He looks kind of like he's stone, which means I don't think that those effects are really going to do much to him. I think I've just got to kind of beat the crap out of him the good old-fashioned way. This is going to be a nightmare. Let's kind of see what he's got. So he's going to charge in. He's got what looks like a ball on a chain. He's probably got like some kind of spinning attack. Let's just try to keep our distance from him. See what he does. Get away! Whoa! Yeah, he spins around. He spins around. He probably hits like a freaking tank. Or a truck. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not pleasant. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, we've got to, his movements are... We gotta move. You gotta get in there, you gotta hit him, and then you gotta get the heck out of Dodge. We're gonna get our stuff going on here, and we're gonna get... He's gonna hit us. Nope, we got him. Okay. We're gonna take whatever he's got here. Chain armor. Something tells me that is way too heavy. That has got to be a lot heavier than 4. I'll tell you that right now. But let's take a look. It's not. I mean, it's not way heavier. But it doesn't even have as much physical defense as the witch cloak. So even in what you would expect it to be better at, it falls short. So it's somewhat disappointing in that regard. That was a pretty neat enemy there. I mean, it was definitely a unique guy. I hope we don't fight a whole bunch of those dudes, but it wasn't really a boss, so I'm kind of thinking that there probably are more like that to be found. Holy freaking crap. I was kind of tempted to kick him off, but the rate at which... Why can't I pillage him? I don't want him to fall off. The rate at which they drop large titanite shards, I really didn't want to. I was thinking... that's a... Okay, I am really terrified right now. There's no way that this is not a trap. But that is definitely a bonfire. It's a bonfire, and it looks like it's going to let me light it. Now, honestly, there's not a whole lot in between it and the last bonfire. And we're here, and now I think we have like 50,000, so no, it's like 37, so close to 40,000 souls to level up. I may see if I can, you know, bust some of our souls to get to that level. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn cool. So I think we are making some progress. This is super freaking dark and scary. Wow. How in the heck? It's not quite as dark as, what was it, the Hall of Giants? I'm not sure how many episodes ago that would have been. But that was, I mean, that was ridiculous. That's probably the only other place I can think of that I haven't actually really been, but I mean, I walked in there and was like, well, yeah, you can't really do anything in here. Or at least I couldn't. I mean, there was nothing, couldn't see anything, for crying out loud. Man, I'm digging this, large titanite shard stash I've got going on here. Of course, you can't upgrade the Silver Knight straight sword, which has been my bread and butter for, golly, it has to be the bulk of the game at this point. Certainly since I got it. You can't use those to upgrade it. I think this is about as far as it goes, as the +5. So, yeah, that's about all you can do there. So I think that pretty much, that's about all I can that's about all I can do there. I may consider, you know, throwing some stuff onto another weapon, seeing if I can get it to be better than the Silver Knight Straight Sword. You know, if you happen to be watching this one and, you know, not that I really have that much of a fighting style, you know, try to avoid pretty incompetently enemy attacks and hit them in a pretty brutish and non-refined fashion. It's certainly a very unrefined style. But yeah, if you got any tips as to weapon that might be better that I might have, then certainly I'm all ears for a dexterity based character. But that being said, you know, it was definitely a rough it was a rough session. We had 2 deaths, right? Was that 2 deaths? I think. So we're up to 177 after several months of not playing, after reeling from the experience that was Artorias. But you know, I hope to get in another session pretty soon, and keep exploring Oolacile, and hopefully get some kind of clue or some direction as to where I need to go after that in order to find Nito and the Witch of Izalith, because you know, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing in Oolacile. It feels kind of like, you know, up until I came to Oolacile, it felt like I was I was at least exploring those places for the purpose of finding these different guys, you know, these different specific souls that I needed to collect. The 4 Kings of New Londo, and oh shoot, I just forgot the dragon. I can't believe I forgot the dragon's name. It'll come to me right when I'm done recording this. But the 4 Kings of New Londo, the Witch of Izalith, Gravelord Nito, and the dragon. But they were those specific souls. But now that I'm in Oolacile, I'm like, what in the heck am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing here. I mean, I'm sure that you know, hopefully it'll come to me. Hopefully it will be revealed unto me. You know, as Dark Souls has a great way of revealing stuff to you, but man, it is an intense situation, and I've got this. I don't know if I would call it great relationship with Dark Souls, but I have a very interesting, at least to me, relationship with this game that is unique, to say the least. I've never really had that. I've never really had a relationship with a game like this, where I've played it, and it's just beat the ever-loving crap out of me, such that I put it down for months. You know, I think the last time that I had put it down, I think it was probably like 6 months or more, maybe, before I picked it up again, and then I probably played it for a month or 2, and maybe did 10 or 15 more episodes, I'm not even sure. You know, made some more progress, I hope, before it had just kicked the crap out of me again, to the point where I was just like, man, I lay bloody and bruised by the side of the road, and it was just like, man, I can't do it. But I think that's just because I am absolutely terrible at this game. And I mean, I enjoy it, but I definitely don't pretend to be good at it. So for what that's worth. Anyway, that being said, If you liked this video, then go ahead and drop it a like, and if you liked it a lot, you want to see the rest of this playthrough or anything else that I may be playing on this channel, and you are not already subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe as well if you feel so inclined. But regardless, as always, thanks for watching, and we're going to pick up right here next time.